Welcome to Swing Trading and Coffee. My name is Anthony, and today I'm going to be giving you a technical analysis breakdown of the hottest stocks on the market. And I'm going to be sharing my weekly swing trading plan with you on the charts. Today's theme is simple: don't get shaken out. The market loves to test your patience. Flash you those fake breakdowns and shake out the weak hands right before the real move starts. So in this episode, we're going to talk about how to stay grounded when volatility kicks in, how to hold your conviction, how to manage risk the smart way, and avoid getting emotionally whipped around by each candle. Grab yourself a coffee, guys, take a breath, and let's break it down. First, let's take a look at the SPY. We went through this period here where we broke out of the channel. There was a lot of anxiety. The market got whipped around. And if you take a little bit closer, after we came down, we bounced back up, we came back down, we came back up, and then we came back down. So, after I got fooled by it a couple times, I took even though I was holding still my long positions, I took a short right here as a hedge. And as it came down towards the point of control, I know that typically the point of control is usually a strong volume area, a strong support area. So as we closed in on the point of control, that's when I exited my hedge. Now, I still am holding the majority of my long positions. I've gotten stopped out of maybe 2 of them, but I'm still opening new positions, and I think that the market right now is really setting up for a big run. And before I get into the rest, I have to remind you guys, this content is not financial advice. It is only for educational purposes. Now, if we zoom out just a little bit on the SPY, you guys are going to see that we had this channel forming for a long time, and we're back up there. The market is still anxious, and that's actually not a bad thing. That's a good thing, because when the market gets way too euphoric, that's usually one of the tops. So cautious optimism on the market. I like it. And there was this point today, which was really important that we broke through. And this for me was the first sign that this is a good reversal, that we have some sort of confirmation. Now, if you look at these 2 wicks here, these 2 little ones right there, and let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see it. We wicked off of this zone twice. So that for me told me that there is a resistance area here, and if you extend it a little bit out, you'll see where it came from. It came from that previous support. Once we got below it, it flipped into resistance. So I took that short here, sold it, and I added more longs into today. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys all the positions that I have in my portfolio right now, and I'm going to break down for you where each one stands. Now, let's take a quick look at the triple Qs. I noticed this today. It's still forming. It's kind of like we were in this channel up here, and then we broke below, and now we're moving in a parallel channel. Markets tend to do that after corrections. I believe we had one earlier in the year, maybe this one. See this one, we had this channel here, broke down, and then it went into a new channel. So for me, this is actually a really, really strong chart. The market looks great. And, every flush out is just retail traders, or not retail traders, investors, mostly, sometimes traders, inexperienced ones that don't have a trade plan getting into a trade. They're just getting in thinking, I'm going to buy Tesla, and it's a great company, which I agree with. But then they say, I'm not going to sell, and then it whips down and they get flushed out. And that brings us to our first chart, Tesla. I'm still holding it. In the last video, and if you guys are new here, I highly recommend that you subscribe, because I break this down almost every single day. And I just started an X account, which you can access in the channel information. So what I had mentioned is that we have this purple box here, which is acting as a support. We had, once we broke out of it, it became support here. We bounced once, came here. When we dipped below this big flush out, everybody was panicking. It's the top on Tesla. It's over. Jump ship, and people sold down here for a loss. And then look what happened the next day. We came back down. We tested this support a third time and we bounced. You have a support that holds up 3 times and it bounces off. That just tells you something. It tells you that there are buyers down here in this box. So, I don't typically hold through earnings, but the calls I had on Tesla were pretty much just at a loss, a small loss. And, I figured that they might have strong numbers, so I took a risk on it. And it gapped below really bad, and I didn't, I watched it. I could have stopped out, but I was like, listen, as long as this is still there and it's still holding, I'm going to see what happens by end of day and make my decision. Because each trading day, think of it as an auction. The auction goes on all day, and then you have that closing price. That's the price that the market agrees on. So sometimes in the early part of the day, you'll get some kind of price action, and then it will change into the close. So I like to watch what happens at the close. It did pretty well, so I am still holding on Tesla. If you guys did not get shaken out, and if you saw my video and you learned something from it, and you're doing good here, congratulations, guys. I think that Tesla is, once we get above this zone, it's blue skies. So we'll see how this unfolds. Next up, guys, we got MicroStrategy. I said I would not trade this one until it comes back above a certain level, and I'm sticking to that plan, but something has come to my attention, and I know there are a lot of people that are holding on to this. So I thought I'd break it down where a trade could possibly form on MicroStrategy, or formerly MicroStrategy, now Strategy. So, we had this absolutely awful channel down to the downside, and there was really no reason to buy anywhere in here except maybe at this spot, which I probably got faked out of. I've been in and out of MicroStrategy for a bit, but I've left it on the side. We came down here and you reversed, and this was starting to look like a fake signal, and then you had the second one, and then it's back down. That's why I said I am not touching it until it comes up above the point of control at 334. So it's actually gone below that, but this zone, I think, it might be the bottom. It's still early, and I'll show you why. Once we came back here, go back a couple months, we had this candle right there. We wicked off of this zone, and here originally when we had that big massive rally, we had a gap and then it went straight up. So usually when you gap over a zone, there's usually some kind of resistance there, and when it can't get through it, it just gaps it the next day. And you'll see that here you had these two small candles. Here it couldn't get up, it couldn't get here, and then it just gapped it. So this is a strong level of, possibly a strong level of support. We have whipped through it a couple times, but you see here, it held here, it held here, it held here. So we're going to see how it reacts. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is 109,500. So Bitcoin is working its way back up. Now we need to see some kind of, action happening here. And if it gets above 335, I am going to take a swing long up to 457. I'm still going to consider it. There are much better plays in my opinion, but if you are in MicroStrategy, that is what to watch out for. Next up, we got the Gap Inc., and it has a massive gap to the upside. This one started ripping today, and I had brought this up in my video the other day. I told you guys that it was above the EMAs. We have this double bottom formation. We have this trend line with 3 points of contact here, and it's bouncing off of it, and it's breaking through the EMAs. What else more do you need in a trade? And the volume is decent. We haven't had big volume yet, but the big hurdle here is if it can clear this zone. If it gets through this zone, I think it's going to get up and try and fill at least most of the gap. No guarantees, of course, but just watching out how it plays out. This one is one of the few trades I have right now that are in the green. A lot of the trades are in the red, simply because when you are swing trading, and the way I do it 2 months out, you have to time it a little bit with the market movements, because if the market is at a peak, you can't take a long. So as we come down and find areas of support, I start to load up. It goes a little bit below it, and then it comes back up. So I think tomorrow is going to be a great day. Don't quote me on that. Oh man, I shouldn't have said that. But I think I'm optimistic about tomorrow and next week. I think next week is where we may get a big move. Hopefully, this government shutdown, you know. Anyway, CRM, Salesforce, this one had a long-term trend line here. And once we broke out of it, that was the first change in character that we've had because we had a downtrend and then we shifted upwards. So let's zoom in so we can see it a little bit better. I'm going to switch over to the 4-hour chart. So we broke out of it. We had two fake outs. We came back up. We gapped it. We came back to test the support line, and it bounced above it. That's a good sign. And we also have these 3 EMAs holding here, and we have this point of control. So Salesforce has been beaten down pretty badly. As you can see here, $300 and now down to $255. So I think this is looking like a reversal. We have this big, nice base down here. If I were to ask myself where would I be wrong is if we came back below here, then I would stop out. But I think this is has a very attractive risk to reward. If you grab the measuring tool here, you'll see here you get above about 15%. And that's usually what I aim for in the 15% upside on options that I'm playing 1 to 2 months out. And on the downside, you have maybe like 4%. So these are the kind of trades that you look for where the reward far outweighs the risk and tight stops. Those are the best trades. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, no problem. Something I like to teach people is you have to detach emotionally from the end result of the trade. So yeah, you have like 4 or 5, whatever number of positions open. 3 of them work out, 2 of them don't work out, and you stop out. If you don't stop out, you have bigger losses. So that's why you have to detach a bit from the outcome of the trade. You pick a good trade, you get in it, you play it by the book, and you see what happens. Coming up, Alibaba. This one is one smooth chart. Look at that. Really beautiful how we have this kind of like wave formation happening. And that is not a technical term. I just made that up. But I really like this big move to the upside, a pullback here to the 50. And now we're above all 3 of the EMAs, the 13, the 21, and the 50. This one, if you do a fib extension, it'll get your targets up 203, 216, and that's what I'm targeting. Probably will take some off as we get up to 192 because that is a resistance zone, and I like to scale out at resistance. So as we go up here, I'll probably take off a quarter, go up here, take off another quarter. Now I'm down to half a position, and then ride the rest up and scale out. Maybe even leave 1 or 2 contracts, just the smallest position on in case this thing absolutely flies to the upside. That way you don't miss out on any part of the trade. That's why I don't like all in, all out. I do it sometimes, but only if I have something that I bought and it just gaps up overnight. And it's just the move was so big, it just makes total sense to cut 3/4 of the position or the whole thing. Next up, we got iRobot Corporation. This one is I guess the Roomba maker. This one's under the radar, but I think it's setting up for a nice move here. So let's zoom out a bit and show you. We had this big, we were trading really high up. I'm not even, can't even get up there. But anyway, we've come down, we've bottomed, we've had this channel. So when you're in a downtrend, if it breaks down here, then it's a continuation to the downside. This would make this out to be a bear flag. But we're not breaking out to the downside. We're actually holding out really well. So I don't think this is a flag pattern. I think that right here we have these, we bounced off of the EMAs, the 21, and then we came up here up to the resistance line. And this is a resistance from the past 2 days. If you really look here, you have these 1 wick here, a second and a third. This thing keeps popping on the open. So I think if this goes up in the morning, I may take a big part of it off. So just like I said about the whole other stocks is they get stuck at resistance, but they close near it and then they just gap up the next day. And that's why I decided I'm going to hold this for at least another day, give it some time to do its thing. And with swing trading, you really got to have patience. You know, sometimes it's just a waiting game, and the market whips you around, tries to chop you out. You have to have a game plan for it. And if you are good at catching some small movements, you could play it both ways, which is what I've been doing. So for this one, if we break to the upside, I'm not even targeting this big area up here. I just wanted to get back up to the top of this channel, and I'm going to be out of this position. Also, something to note is that this is, it doesn't look like much, but this is a 29% move. So you catch a 29% move, that's really good. But got to watch out for the downside, making sure that this is not a bear flag. Next up, we got SMCI. This one I did get stopped out of. If you watched my last couple of videos, my first entry on SMCI was here when we broke out of this resistance. That was when so the first candle here, I opened up a starter. On the second candle, as it broke through, I added into it, and it had a very nice move to the upside. And then as it started, I actually got out around here. I didn't ride the whole thing. And then it pulled back. And then it held here where we had those couple days of market volatility. And I said, I'm going to take a long off the bottom of that range down here. And it went up, and I said, okay, this trade is going to work out. It failed. I'm like, give it another day. And then it just went straight back down. So we're back to square one on SMCI. This one could potentially be a new trade. I'm not taking it personally, but if it forms some structure here and the EMA start curling up, we get above the EMA, then this could be a play up to 62.52. Next up, Micron. I am in here for like the fourth time. I've been trading this so much. We had let me zoom out a bit. We had this first breakout here. I didn't grab that one. I grabbed the second one. Tried to catch the second move up here. Tried to catch the second move from the bottom here up to the top. I was waiting for it to tag my first target right here where it says target 1 at 215, and this is a fib level. And you can see here that it came up right just below the fib level and it turned back down. Fib levels are very valuable if you know how to draw them correctly on your chart. So we had this big bounce off the bottom here of this channel, and this looks to me like a textbook continuation to the upside. So I think those two targets have a good chance of being hit maybe sometime next week. I got back in Micron with a very small position. I feel like I've been over trading this one. And last but not least, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we discussed this orange trend line here that held up once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then when it went up, I said, if it comes back down, it breaks it, Bitcoin's in trouble. It came back down here, but it held a previous support. This is a very strong support on Bitcoin because you can see here how long we stayed here, consolidated sideways. It built a lot of structure. So I think this is likely the bottom on Bitcoin is 103 here. And I'm going to mark it here because if I'm wrong, I want to know in the future. But I think this is it for Bitcoin. We just need to see it get up here. If it fails again and it comes down, then, you know, it will be a zigzag pattern to the downside. I don't think so, but we should know in the next couple of days if this breaks or if it doesn't. Thanks guys for making it to the end of the video. I just want to say I started this channel a couple of weeks ago, just over a month, and we almost have 1,000 subscribers, and I'm meeting some really cool people. I'm really excited about this channel, guys, and if you could do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe so we can grow this community. I'm hoping that at some point in the future, I can get a newsletter set up for you guys and a Discord for trading. Anyways, I will catch you guys tomorrow. I'll see if I can post another update. In the meantime, be safe out there and have fun, guys. Take care.